It's insane, and none of that was called. Finally, at the end of the one play, they called the foul because it was like indisputable. I mean, she got whacked on the arm and then gets hit to the ground. But they weren't going to call any of the other fouls leading up to it.
Did you catch Sunday's nationally televised matchup between the Feathers and Wings? If you looked away even for a moment, you might have missed what could go down as the most accidental mic drop in WNBA history. What started as a routine broadcast with Ryan Ruocco and Rebecca Lobo quickly turned into something far more intense. Their typical play-by-play rhythm gave way to sharp commentary that felt more like a courtroom drama than a basketball game, with officials cast as defendants. There was nothing subtle or sugar-coated about it. When seasoned broadcasters begin spotlighting missed calls in real time,
Rebecca Lobo this past Sunday, Indiana Fever versus Dallas Wings on ESPN. When it comes to announcers speaking out, this might have been the most outspoken announcers have been when it comes to the egregious officiating, but more importantly, the non-calls. When Caitlin Clark is getting grabbed, getting held, getting yanked, getting hugged, getting hacked. Rebecca Lobo said, okay, Sunday, July 13th, I'm going to make sure it's my mission that when I start calling this game, I start calling a spade and holding these referees to the fire.
Let's rewind. Mid-July in Dallas, Indiana on the court. And once again, Caitlin Clark finds herself cast as the unwilling stunt double in a Norrell's action thriller. She's getting grabbed at half court, hip checked on every curl, bare off the ball, everything short of a steel chair to the back. You could almost hear the WWE SmackDown theme playing faintly beneath the broadcast. And yet, the officials stood motionless, whistles silent. So silent, in fact, that even batsmen struggled to hear them. Viewers at home were left scrambling to Google whether the WNBA had quietly legalized body slams.
Yo, straight calling them out, man. Straight calling them out. And I expected it, because they are straightforward and they speak highly of Caitlin. So when they see the nonsense, man, of course they're going to say something. And I believe most of the commentators should be like that, man. Just keep it real, fam. Keep it real. Call it how you see it. And, whether the WNBA likes it or not, the commissioner likes it or not, Kathy likes it or not, speak your mind, man. That's what people want. They want the truth. So, man, shout out to Ruocco, man. Shout out to Ruocco. Shout out to Rebecca Lobo calling it like.
Rebecca Lobo entered the conversation with calm precision and quietly tore through the silence. On one possession, she paused the replay and pointed out the defender's hand clamped around Clark's bicep like a suitcase handle. You cannot play defense like that, she stated, her tone measured but firm. The kind of voice that doesn't yell because it doesn't need to. Her eyes practically pierced through the camera. Ryan Ruocco followed. His voice caught
the ball handler. There's a grab, there's a hold, there's another grab. I mean, all of those are fouls. Every single one of them. And here, that's a foul, and finally they call.
In just 60 seconds, the broadcast duo accomplished what social media had been trying to do. For weeks, they turned a rising chorus of frustration into an official broadcast indictment. They laid out the evidence, stamped it with credibility, and sent it straight to League HQ Live, on air. Twitter erupted. Reddit spun.
New man, Ryan Ruocco, Mr. You Bet himself, and Rebecca Lobo ended up bringing up how players have been getting away with fouling Caitlin Clark live on tele. Right here, they're talking about this right here, where JJ was holding the arm, okay? Then they're talking about this moment right here too, right? She's reaching through the body, reaching both sides, both arms through the body right here. So they're talking about this one. They're talking about right here on the swat down. It looked like she hit her hand just a tad bit.
This isn't your standard rookie hazing. Caitlin Clark isn't some end-of-bench rookie login garbage time minutes. She's the #1 overall pick. A walking sellout, a future documentary waiting to happen. Every arena she enters adds extra media rows like it's award season. And yet, she's being officiated like a nameless scrimmage player. Want parity? Fine. Want to let them play physically? Also fine. But parity doesn't mean gifting opponents a 30-foul head start. And physicality isn't code for ignoring the laws of motion. Consistency is the currency of credibility, and right now, the WNBA is issuing rubber checks. Imagine introducing a friend to the league. You hype up Clark's deep threes, her no-look lasers, her once-in-a-generation aura tip-off comes. She crosses half-court and immediately eats a double forearm shiver. No whistle. Your friend glances at you like you just oversold a broken product. 2 trips later, she's bulldozed into the scorer's table. The replay. All body. then ball. Still, nothing. By halftime, your guest is asking if basketball secretly added a full contact mode. That kind of confusion doesn't spark fandom, it smothers it. And in 2025, no league can afford to lose new eyes before they even focus.
You think the old guard, you think the old 46,000 fans had enough of a voice? No, they don't got no voice. The new fans need to speak up. The announcers who aren't scared need to speak up. I'm sure a lot of those old announcers are scared. I'm sure they're scared. But the announcers like Rebecca Lobo, Ryan Ruocco, they need to step up and say, oh, the officiating that's going on here isn't okay.
Here's why Sunday mattered. Broadcasters almost never torch officials in real time. It's an unspoken industry pact to criticize gently, preserve relationships, keep the gears turning. So when Rebecca Lobo, a Hall of Famer known more for diplomacy than drama, starts logging arm bars like a forensic auditor, that's not commentary, it's a 5-alarm fire. Ryan Ruocco, typically upbeat and composed, begins lacing his calls with breathless pauses that sound a lot like, "Are you kidding me?" Their raw candor didn't just spotlight the bruises Clark was collecting, it exposed a deeper, systemic problem. One that veterans around the league have murmured about for years, but rarely with this kind of public, unfiltered volume.
It's a foul as she gets body checked. That's a foul. That's a foul. I mean, it's not only until right now when she's finally whacked on the arm. I'm so happy that the broadcast team finally called it out directly. And it's so insane. And I talked about this in my video where I broke down the whole game. I mean, Enrique clearly fouls her, whacks her. Caitlin Clark gets out. I mean, just even right now, I actually kind of paused it perfectly, not even on purpose. You can see both hands on her body up against her chest. You can't play defense like that. I don't care what random person in the comment section tries to convince you otherwise. That's not defense.
Add Paige Bucher's pregame confession to the growing stack of evidence. She openly admitted that she's had to unlearn proper defensive fundamentals because officials are rewarding physical hacks over textbook technique. Translation: sliding your feet and staying vertical gets you burned. Two-hand shoves earn you props. When one of the most technically sound guards of her generation starts recalibrating her game toward controlled chaos. That's not letting them play, that's codifying bad habits. You might as well teach surgeons to swap scalpels for butter knives.
So guys, today we got to talk about something, and Paige Bucher's in an interview literally exposed just how bad the referee's problem is. Like, she just exposed how bad it was in a pre-game interview for the game. I couldn't find the audio part of it, but Ryan Ruocco literally said she had to forget. So basically, she had to relearn how to play defense while fouling. So, you know, everything you learn about defense, how to play while not fouling, how to move your feet, how to do all this. She had to throw out all the good defensive fundamentals that she'd learned, and now she had to learn to go foul.
The WNBA's 2025 marketing reel is polished to perfection, boasting soaring growth charts, surging jersey sales, and coveted primetime slots. But no amount of highlight montages can blur officiating issues that millions are catching in HD. You can't preach player empowerment while your most marketable star is being treated like a crash test dummy. That kind of disconnect breeds conspiracy theories. Was there a secret league memo urging refs to toughen her up? Is this just rookie hazing disguised as equality? No one has answers, but the absence of transparency leaves a vacuum, and vacuums attract the loudest, wildest theories. For the data crowd, Clark ranks near the bottom in free throw rate among high-usage guards. For the eye test crowd, she might lead the known universe in hardwood collisions. That discrepancy has become dark comedy fuel for every armchair analyst with a pause button. When your foul resume reads like a crime report, but the whistle count suggests Tea Party basketball, something's off. At best, it's ineptitude. At worst, it's deliberate. Either way, the damage is real and it's accumulating faster than Clark's floor burns.
Ryan and Rebecca go and extend a rip at the foul issues. Absolutely unbelievable criticism. For Paige to say she had to relearn how to defend to be less careful about fouling. That's not basketball. Like, people literally say, oh, it's physical basketball. No, you're just going around hacking people. You're just going around hacking people. That's not foul. That's not defense. Going around hacking people. Genuinely. Going around hacking people is not defense. That's not defense.
Nobody's asking for superstar privilege. This isn't a plea for the James Harden special of yesteryear. But let's be honest, just look around the league. A'ja Wilson brushes a defender. Automatic trip to the line. Breanna Stewart takes a light nudge. Notify the scorekeeper. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark can survive a full American Ninja Warrior course mid-possession and the closest official just checks their step count. The double standard is so blatant, even neutral broadcasters have started grading it on the you cannot be scale. Consistency shouldn't be a luxury item, it's the bedrock of fair competition. And here's the nightmare scenario. Clark dials back her aggression to stay healthy. Fans notice the pullback. Energy dips. Ratings stall. Or worse, she absorbs one too many uncalled hits, and the next cheap shot ends in an injury that could have been prevented 2 quarters earlier. Suddenly, the headlines shift from record-breaking viewership to legal scrutiny and PR damage control. Sponsors hesitate. The growth narrative swerves off course.
I don't think her importance is overstated. I think she's a singular force like we've never seen before in the women's game, in particular in the women's college game. And we've had great players. We just haven't had this mix of a player who does something we've never seen before in the women's college game in terms of the logo threes. Every time the stakes raise and it feels like, oh, geez, there's got to be a lot of pressure on this kid, a lot of pressure. She meets
all of this, every bruise, every viral clip, every bewildered headline is the cost of brushing aside a fixable problem. Officiating isn't quantum physics. It's about preparation, accountability, and the courage to blow the whistle when the rulebook demands it. The WNBA doesn't need a reinvention, it needs to stop ignoring the obvious. Implement a transparent last 2-minute report for every nationally televised game. Use tech to assist flagrant foul reviews. Grade referees publicly with real consequences. Require mid-season clinics that emphasize on-ball contact, especially against guards. Give baseline officials headset coms so they can call out missed body blows to the lead ref in real time. Most importantly, empower crew chiefs to override silence when the footage is screaming foul. The NBA has spent years tinkering with solutions. The W already has the blueprint. Adapt it, brand it, launch it. Fans will forgive human error but not silence, pretending to be fairness. And let's finally name the elephant in sneakers: gendered perceptions of toughness. When a male star takes too many hits, the conversation shifts to protecting the face of the league. When Clark gets rocked, some analysts shrugged. Welcome to the pros. That's not equality, that's indifference wrapped in bravado. Physicality shouldn't be code for dismissing women's pain or sidelining skill. Basketball sells best when it celebrates finesse, vision, and strategy, not when it doubles as a contact sport in disguise. Until League HQ recalibrates, Lobo and Ruocco remain the unofficial referees of reason. Their measured outrage is doing more than echoing fan frustration. It's holding up a mirror to the system without setting it on fire. In an era fueled by hot takes and viral outrage, their calm, fact-based dissent feels almost revolutionary. And more than that, it's a public service. They're keeping the circus tent standing while the ringmaster figures out how to stop the leaks. So here's the ask: simple, clear, overdue. Referees, let the whistle breathe. Enforce the rules. As written, no hand checks, no holds, no hacks. Fans aren't asking for Clark to get star treatment. They're asking for everyone, Clark, Aja, Stewie, Ogunbowa, to be judged by the same rulebook. Consistency isn't a luxury. It's the twin of equality. Raise them both, because if the league's vision truly is sellouts, bigger TV deals, and cultural relevance, officiating can't be the joke hiding in every highlight reel. No one pays a premium to watch chaos pretending to be competitiveness. Sunday's telecast didn't just shine a light, it blasted one. And what it revealed wasn't grit. It was negligence. Fix the whistles. Protect the product. Let the stars decide games with skill, not scar tissue. The clock is ticking. Stripes, blow it, or get blown up in the conversation. Your move.